Alright guys, we're back. The motherboard is obviously in the computer, which is a plus because it's getting late. Make sure the supervisor's still awake. Oh yeah. Alright, we're good to go. So anyway, we got the motherboard in there. I put one card in because we're going to kind of focus on connectors right now. Like if you look right there, there's a PCI Express slot like I was telling you, pins at the top. And it's still open because I haven't put the second card in. The first card's in. And I got the power pins attached to it. I guess I could attach them or detach them real quick. Two basic 6 pins on your power supply, which I never took out because I didn't really see the need. I've got a 1000 watt. Already did cable management behind the casing, which you see all the cords out there. Kind of the good thing about 932 higher flows, you can tuck excess cables you got down here below your hard drives, and you know your hard drives just slide up, slide out, so they never really interfere with that. But anyway, we're going to go back to pin connectors. So if you look over here, 26 pin power connector. The main cord coming off your power supply is still bare. There's only one way you can put this in there. It's kind of like Tetris. If you get confused, I guess we can make you a picture book. It should be pretty easy. Just pretty much move that down there, slide the pin connectors into their appropriate slots, give it a good pop, and bam, you got power moving. Now the fan, aftermarket, I left attached to the motherboard, and you can see there's only one spot really for it to go. Same thing with your hard drives down here at the bottom. SATA hookups that tell you 1 and 2 if you're running multiple hard drives. The biggest thing to focus on when you're installing a new motherboard is, believe it or not, the front panel adapters. That there is a dummy block, and the reason why I call it a dummy block is because powering your computer up at the top, your power buttons, your LEDs that light up while the hard drive's being used, well, they all run off of a specific part on your motherboard. And it's imperative that you remember when disconnecting them where they go, or if your manufacturer is so kind, they'll give you this, which pretty much labels it, so you can attach the cords that you see right here to the dummy block. Then the dummy block will very easily attach to your motherboard, just like that, down at the bottom, no questions asked. So moving on, up at the top right there, you'll see, if you zoom in just a little bit, get a clear picture, or your CPU cables for power. This one has 8 pins, some of them only have 4. No matter what your power supply, if it's good, will say, if you look real close, CPU. So you just match it to the motherboard, guys, and no mystery, it just plugs right in. The funnest part is hiding the cables, like you see I have running back behind here. Same thing with the main harness, it's kind of running up behind my case. And these cords will be utilized to plug into the graphics cards that I have on there like before, which I'll show you. The cable management is kind of the end of the perfection, so don't focus on that too much in the beginning. But also right here you'll see audio, HD. All those pins are normally at the bottom of your motherboard, as well as the front USB ports, because the back ones are naturally going to have their own spot when you put it in there. You can see nicely this case fits 2 cards with no complaints, as well as the power supply being at the bottom. So with that in mind, guys, I guess we're going to do the next step, putting in the other card and attaching the rest of the cables, so you can see how it looks all fancy in the end. We don't have stuff like this. If that's okay with the supervisor, it's over there. She's pretty in tune with everything, so I think we're good to go. As well as fan placement, guys. If you get the 932 higher flow, you don't have to worry about it. They're already placed. There's your hard drives. Got a huge fan cooling them, as well as an exhaust fan at the top, one at the back, and one massive one that sits on the side of the case. Get your fingers caught in that, you're having a bad day. Unless you've been drinking, then you really won't feel it. So there's the motherboard. It's installed. We got the screws in their place. It's not really going nowhere when we flip it up right. And I guess that's the last hint to this is, if you're going to build a computer, guys, or rip apart yours, flip it down on the table like so, because dropping screws and messing with little pesky wires and all that stuff, it just makes it 10 times easier. Trust me, you learn from experience. So the next step, hopefully we'll have this bad boy together, wired up, ready to attach the panel and actually get back there in game. So be it again. Stand by.